Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to try to get all of the ducting in this corner through the wall. Well, it's not going to actually go through the wall, but it's going to go to the drywall here. And then when the time comes, I can just open up the drywall on both sides and I'll have a duct. So what I did, this is going to be flush up against the wall, just like that. Well, it's going to go over this pipe. And then this pipe will go right here, tight up against here. And in order to get the size duct that I need, I'm going to have to cut up a little bit and open that up. That's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Originally, I'll show you the drawings. I had like some complicated stuff drawn up to bring this in and then down and then in because I wanted in the base of this cabinet here, but that's just kind of crazy. What I'm going to do now is just have a square duct or a rectangular duct, caulk the back side of it, press it up against that drywall, caulk the front side of it, and put my drywall over it on this side. And I'll drill a hole through this drywall and drill a hole through this drywall to locate where the holes are. And then I'll just open them up when needed. So that takes care of that. And then this, I'll actually drill a hole through the drywall and run the pipe right through the drywall. And then when it comes time to connect this to the wood stove, I'll just connect to the other end in there. What I'll do is go on the other side and just cap it off for now. So, and this is the face of the studs here. I'm going to put a piece of this stuff going across at the top and bottom, and that'll help support this wooden duct here. Not too complicated, but it's going to take a while to get all this stuff cut and pocket screwed and screwed together, and I have to do a glue up, and I need to get this stuff sprayed. This was my original thinking, and that's just crazy. I can't get that done, especially in this weather. This is today, Tuesday the 2nd, 29 and partially sunny, but I don't know if we're going to see that or not. So we have 2 days like this, then we have 4.2 inches of snow and no sun. That's going to be hard to roll out the saw in this weather. I might be able to get something done in the morning, but it looks like probably not. And then the temperature drops dramatically. We have minus 17 on Sunday, with a high during the day of -2. So it's going to get really nasty out, and I want to get as much of this stuff done as possible. And there's a lot of little cutting and stuff that needs to be done. So I only have these 3 days to get as much done as I can, and then it's going to be really cold out, and that's hard on the machines, and it's hard on me, and I'd rather not be out there. All right, I have a list of parts to get cut. I'm going to go get those cut and we'll start assembling stuff. Okay, I've been kind of hectic here and I got to stop and show you what's going on. I've been going back and forth getting stuff cut, as well as out to throw the ball down the hill for Izzy. She drops it right here at the top of the snowbank. I go out, throw it down the hill, and then a little bit later, she'll be standing on top of the snowbank, and I'll throw it for her again. So it's kind of hectic here. I have one of them glued up. This is one of the tops and bottoms, this piece right here. It's going to be 11.5 when it's done by 11 7/16. So damn near square. I have the other one right there. I could have glued those up. I could have doubled them up on these clamps, but I don't like doing that because you get a lot of buckling that way. I'll go get 2 more clamps. I just brought these clamps over there. I had 4 clamps here since I started working on this, and I finally thought, well, I need to get rid of these. They're in the way. And then I need them the next day, the very next day. Then over here, I got these cut and they fit real nice. There's going to be one of these on the top and bottom. But then I was looking and I need a stud over here. This distance is too big. It's more than 24 inches. And I don't want to go that far with this drywall. And this is the stud location, and it has these big lags in the way. So the location is not critical in this area because I'm going to be goofing around with that for the pocket door anyways. So I'm going to put this stud right at the edge of this and make this distance the least amount possible. Then I should be able to screw that box right to the stud, and then I'll have to get these recut to the new distance. So there's a lot of going back and forth. All right, right now I'm going to go get the 2 sides cut to width, and then I'll just cut them all to length at the same time. And I will bring 2 more clamps over here and get the other one glued up. Okay, so I was back here getting a couple clamps from the pile of clamps there. I got them out of there successfully. That's not a good place for them, by the way. I got them out of there successfully. I turned, and just as I turned this way, a board came crashing down right next to me, this board right here. And then for some reason, every other board scattered in a different direction, and it was just crazy. Holy moly. Yeah, I really got to get this set up right. The clamps, usually I have a horizontal, like a 2x4 or 2x6, and those all rest on the top of that, and they can be screwed down, but that's kind of silly. So I'm going to have to kind of do that over there somewhere. It's going to be real nice to have this equipment set up, but it's going to be much, much nicer to have a heated shop. This is kind of crazy. I don't even want to work out here the next week when it's 13 below zero. And when I do set the shop up, look at how rusty this stuff is getting. This had no rust on it before we got here. And then the tops of the machinery are getting pretty rusty too. I'm going to try out that Evapo rust, I think. A couple guys I watch on YouTube use that stuff. All right, this is both of the sides. They're only 11 and 7/16 inch long, but that's cut to width. I'm going to cut everything to length at the same time. And for now, I'm going to take these clamps over there. I'm going to get that other pair of boards glued up, and then I'm going to start enlarging that hole in the wall. My applicator tip for this glue got all jammed up with dried glue. It's got that pop-up top. Somebody left the top up, and I don't think it was me, but whatever. All you got to do is soak that in hot, soapy water, and it may take a day or so, but it should come clean again. This glue, woodworking glue, has a shelf life of about a year. So that's why I got this tiny little bottle, because I don't want it going bad on me. But when I get the wood shop up and running again, I will probably start buying it by the gallon again. I used to go through 2-3 gallons a year. Okay, that should be good. Normally I flip these onto the edge so that the glue runs down, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, we'll let these dry up and get that hole in the wall opened up. Okay, this opening is about 8 inches, not exactly. I need it to be at least 8.5, but I want plenty of clearance. So what I'm gonna do, it looks like this side is pretty flush. I'm probably just gonna go a good inch, maybe 1.5 inches above there. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to be doing some of the drawing tonight. I got to go through every video in the month of January and pick a contestant from each one of those, and then I will be doing the video for the winner probably in a day or so. I was going to cut this hole with the hole saw, the same hole saw I used to cut this, and I could not find that thing anywhere. I remembered leaning it up against something. I thought it was over here so that it wouldn't fall over, and I've been looking and looking. I even went across to the shed and looked there for a while. Then I came back and looked here for a while. I looked behind everything, looked on that side, looked under everything on the table, and then I was just getting the camera ready to record again, and there it is. Holy moly. I mean, I've been looking for probably 45 minutes because that was the correct way to do this, but I mean, that's not going to matter at all. That area, that's the drywall underneath the stairs. That's going to be like a a mechanical area. It's going to have this duct and that duct, and it's going to go over to the wood stove. There's going to be wood storage under there. There's going to be a closet over in this area, and possibly a big drawer for boots, but we might do that over here. Not exactly sure yet, but still pisses me off that I had to use my awesome oscillating tool instead of the correct tool. But it just goes to show you what a versatile tool this is. And we're going to have that giveaway on Saturday. The video will go out on Saturday, and whoever the winner is has to contact me and give me their address and stuff so I can get it sent to them. Well, it's a good thing that I found it, because I'm going to be drilling a hole in the drywall. What this is going to have is, it's going to have a temporary pipe in here, and I can probably show you that later, but it's going to have a temporary pipe in here until I get to plumbing this all the way over to the stove. It's just going to have, which piece is it? This piece, no, that piece right there. That's going to actually connect to here and go through the wall, and it's just going to be in there loose until I do the final plumbing. When I do the final plumbing, if you can imagine this sticking out of the wall and connecting to this, it's not going to be glued. I'll just disconnect it, push it through the wall a little bit, and then the final pipe, I'll just use a little bit of Gorilla tape, tape them together, and push this one through the wall, and then pull the right length of the final pipe through the wall, and then take off the Gorilla tape. So I will not be sealing that hole. I want it to be big like that, and the hole in the drywall here will be big as well. Okay, so now my vent parts are not quite dry yet. It takes 24 hours, but you can cut them and handle them after, I don't know, I would say 2 hours. The more time, the better, but it's not going to be under any kind of big stress, so I'm probably going to wait another half hour or so, let these dry up a little bit, and in the meantime, I'm going to get this stud here and get those cross members cut. That's not right. Bring that ball over here. Bring the ball over here. Thank you. She has 3 balls here. Usually, if I throw it far enough, she'll just go play with it for 15, 20 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. That's my routine all day on decent days like this. All right, I have the box gluing up. Instead of running across the street to get some cabinet screws, I use these big old construction screws, and it split the ends on a couple of these, 3 of them to be exact. So I just put some glue in them, and I'm gluing them back together. I'm only going to do that for a little bit. It really doesn't matter if they're split anyways. Then I'm going to get that into this corner right here and throw a few screws into it. Then I have this going across up here, right above it. And then I got a few more of these cross pieces that are going to go in here just to stiffen up the drywall a little bit. And then I'm going to put this pipe in and I'll be done for the day. Once I run the wire, I'm still figuring that out. If I should put the outlets on this wall or if I should leave a coil of wire and bring the outlets to the front of the cabinet. The outlets are going to be on the front of the cabinet either way, but I have another way of doing that. So if I do put the outlets on this wall, I'll show you that technique as well. But one of the wires is going to go through that hole along with this pipe. And that's going to be the power for there's going to be a fan right behind the wood stove. So if the wood stove gets a little too hot, or if you just want to circulate heat, you can turn that on. Sometimes she comes up without her ball. Did you bring your ball? Yes, she did. No, you didn't. Hey, bring that over here. You don't get to change the rules. Bring it over here. You're just goofing around. Do you want me to leave, or are you going to bring the ball? Are you going to drop it? Thank you. Wow. All right, it is 2:30 already, so I'm going to unclamp this, get it in, and get that top part in, and that's probably going to be all I get to do today, but it's actually quite a bit. Yeah, next thing you know, I got to do that wiring, but I think I'm going to wait until I have all the studs in first, and then do all the wiring. But I can't drywall until the wiring's done. I was hoping I could just get this done and then drywall to here, just because it would look nice, but I think I'm going to have to kind of do it in order. All right, let's get that box in. It's been a super long day running back and forth over to the shed, cutting wood, coming back, working a bit. Hey, where's the ball? She was up here like she brought the ball up. She's done that a couple times today, and that's kind of naughty. Bring it up here. What are you going to do with it? Izzy? Doesn't go real far in this powdery snow. So, like I said, I got to get over there and put everything away. I got one more day of this nice weather. And then we have snow, a good deal of snow. And then the foreseeable future is very cold weather. So it's going to get real difficult to work after the next couple days. But it is real nice to have this in. Now on this wall, I'm just going to put some horizontal members. I'll put 3 of them in here. And that'll keep the drywall nice and stiff. And then what should we work on next? Oh, I should get this plumbing in. Get the hot water in and over to here. That way I can get this next stud in and just work my way down to the other end of the wall. All right, awesome. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.